My name is Ofer Bar-Zakai, and I'm the engineering and operations manager at Google. Been at Google for 6 years now. We're a global company. We have about 200,000 employees. We have about 3,000 printers globally across all of our offices. We have some additional printers that are not connected to our infrastructure, and we have a huge dependency on what is called now Beyond Corp. Google does not rely on direct connections to our own internal infrastructure, and we don't use VPNs. So all the printing capabilities needs to comply with that Beyond Corp solution. We needed a product that can support our needs, specifically security and infrastructure. And we decided at the end of the day that we need to look for a vendor that can work with us, but also give us some, I want to say, potentially customized solutions. We had basically two options on the table at the time. One was to take over the infrastructure for cloud, what used to be CloudPrint, as a public product and make it internalized only. And then we'll have to maintain whatever that infrastructure meant. And the other was go and build your own, go buy your own, go do whatever you want, basically. Just, all options are on the table. We went through a list of, I want to say, bare minimum things that we had to support within the product. And it was clearly everything that we had in the existing infrastructure. I mean, let's start off by simply printing, right? You need to allow to print. But we had, on top of that, we had other requirements such as printing from native OS, which everything had to support Beyond Corp. So including printing from the OS itself, we had to support at the very least the three major platforms that we have at Google, which is basically Linux, Mac, and Windows. We wanted, if possible, support for mobile devices as well. We wanted the ability to be able to badge in order to collect your prints. But we also wanted the ability to do either direct printing or badge pickup type of thing. So when we did proof of concept with PaperCut, it literally took a matter of days. A few days, the solution was up and running on a testing domain that we have, a testing GCP domain that we have, with whatever instances that we needed. It was easy, it was smooth. And I think there's two key elements here where PaperCut brought to the table. One is the ability to print and to support us in our Beyond Corp solution. So you can print from the native OS, not necessarily for Chrome. That's one. And the second, which I think is kind of truly amazing, is the fact that users can actually be, for example, can sit in New York and they know that they have a business travel to London, and they will print in New York and pick it up in London. I think PaperCut is meeting our security needs. We work quite closely together to make sure that we have some, I want to say, solutions or features that did not exist in the product, and you guys did an excellent job in implementing them. I think there was a ton of collaboration in terms of, us explaining exactly what we wanted and how we need it. And you guys responding to it very, very well in terms of being part of the conversation, bringing the right people to the table, listening to the needs, and then literally taking them, implementing them, and coming back with, here's what you guys tell us if it's good enough or not, and then we kind of testing it and working with it. I think the collaboration between PaperCut, Rico, and ecoprintQ, one, I think it's great, it's working great today, and I think it was key to the success of this project. Clearly, because and due to COVID, we hit a bunch of snags in terms of physical logistics. How do we get badge readers now? And there was delays in shipments and things like that. But at the end of the day, I think Rico and ecoprintQ basically brought it together in terms of configuring all those endpoint devices. My team took on the implementation of the backend of all the print servers, etc., and the infrastructure. But we don't have an army of people to go around and start implementing and making the changes to every single printer that we need to touch around the globe. And I think this is where clearly Rico and ecoprintQ came together, and they're definitely doing a good job there. Sustainability is very important to Google nowadays. It's been probably, you could see it on the news as well. So the idea that we could save paper, literally just save paper on, printing, was just appealing for us from the get-go. Funny enough, it's not only sustainability on that part, security really liked it because we don't have confidential papers going anywhere around. It was kind of a win-win for everyone, right? This is how the product is working. This is what Google wants to move in terms of sustainability. Everyone likes it. I think it was a great match. The advice I would give any enterprise at this point for a printing solution would be, one, make sure that it's very easy to use for your users. And the second, if you're focused on security as we are, then I think you'll get what you need from the PaperCut solution. Google chose PaperCut solution because it's the best printing solution we could find. It was great.